The reign of Jamshid. All mourned when the binder of demons died, but his splendid son, Jamshid, his heart filled with his father's precepts, then prepared to reign. He sat on his father's throne, wearing a golden crown according to royal custom. The imperial farr was his. The world submitted to him, quarrels were laid to rest, and all demons, birds, and fairies obeyed Jamshid's commands. The royal throne shone with his luster, and the wealth of the world increased. He said, God's glory is with me. I am both prince and priest. I hold evildoers back from their evil, and I guide souls toward the light. First, he turned his attention to weapons of war, and he opened the way to glory for his warriors. His royal farr softened iron, and his able mind taught men how to fashion helmets, chainmail, cuirasses, swords, and barding for horses. Occupied in this way for 50 years, he laid up stores of weapons. For another 50 years he gave his mind to the making of clothes for both feasting and fighting, using linen, silk, and wool, and fashioning fine stuffs and brocades. From them, he taught the arts of spinning and weaving, dyeing and sewing. The world rejoiced in his reign, and he too rejoiced. Then he spent 50 years gathering the men of different professions about him. He separated those whose business is prayer and worship, assigning the mountains to them as their dwelling place. Next he drew up ranks of men who carry lances, the lion warriors who give splendor to their army and country, who are the throne's support and from whom a man's good reputation comes. The third group were those who work in the fields, sowing and reaping, and receiving no man's thanks, although no one reproaches them when it is time to eat. They are free men and quarrel with no one, and the world flourishes through their labor. As a sage once said, it's only laziness that will make a slave of a free man. The fourth group were the men who work with their hands at various crafts and trades. They are contumacious people, and their hearts are always filled with anxiety. Jamshid spent 50 years arranging these matters so that each man was aware of his appropriate duties and knew his own worth and rank. Then he ordered the demons to mix clay and water and pack the mixture into molds for bricks. They made foundations of stone and plaster. Then, using the science of geometry, they made the superstructure with bricks. In this way they built public baths and castles and palaces that are a refuge against misfortune. He spent time extracting brilliant jewels and precious metals from rock, and so came into the possession of rubies, amber, gold, and silver. He used magic to solve the mysteries of how this could be done. He introduced the use of perfumes like benzoin, camphor, musk, sandalwood, ambergris, and rosewater, and he discovered cures for illnesses, showing men the way to good health. He revealed all these secrets, and the world had never known such an inquirer into her mysteries as he was. Next he turned his attention to water and ships, and so was able to travel quickly from country to country. Another 50 years passed in these labors, and nothing remained hidden from his wisdom. The end.